Okay, let's get this party started. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Vormithrax, here for some more Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. It is Monday. We're continuing our challenge with Judge Fredd, the ongoing adventures of Judge Fredd. Hiding in the basement, doing our thing. What to talk about? So, character screen's up. Nothing too impressive there, of course. So we're doing a bare bones base average neutral start. No stats, no traits, no skills. Generic game world, except for the city size. We went 16-0 for size and spacing. Other than that, it's all generic. The baseline average. No changes to the default settings. Did this on purpose, so wanted to demonstrate again the megacity start and how to deal with it, how to survive, give you some strategy tips and some guidelines, demonstrations, all that good stuff without any kind of special abilities or character or anything like that. So no quick, fleet foot, night vision, all the other things that people insist are required for these kinds of starts. They're not. You just need practice and experience and knowledge and all that good stuff, and you can survive just fine. So we're on day 62. Just got dark. I remember we had a rough evening. We had problems sleeping. So stupid zombies kept trickling down the stairs. Just totally randomly wandering into the house from across the street, and then totally randomly deciding to wander down the stairs and interrupt me while I'm doing my reading. So that's always fun. I really hate when that kind of thing happens, but I suspected it was going to. So, given the location we're in, having a park directly across the street, really bad. Not good. Don't do that if you have a choice. We got another park just down the street, just out of the reality bubble range, and then we've got a pool nearby, and then another park nearby, and then another park nearby. It's just, it's terrible. It's terrible. Man, so many parks. There's going to be so many zombies wandering this local area. But we are holed up in the basement of this house. We've been poking our head out last evening for a short bit, and we kind of looked at the few houses next to us. My goal is to try to get to this one, actually. That's the one I would prefer to base out of. That's going to put us into reality bubble range of that other park, which is not good. But this house has got both upstairs and downstairs, which gives us some tactical flexibility in our escape routes or hidey holes or paths and so on. So we'll see. But we're still very much in the intro stage, just one little over a day past. And yeah, so it's going to be, what do we do this evening? We have managed to gather up a few interesting things, nowhere near everything we need, of course. Especially with what we've got accomplished. We do have a vehicle, though. We've got a working Humvee sitting on the street right here, hugging this house. We'll take advantage of that later when we have need of it. Right now, I don't know. I might need it. I might use it to help me clear some of the zombies. It's a tough vehicle. I don't have the ability to repair it at the moment, and I'd like to keep it in good shape in case I do need to do some early traveling. So I'm going to try to hold off, but we might need to use some junker vehicles to just run over a bunch of zombies here in the local area. That's by far the fastest way I can kill some of the local population off, and there's just so many of them. So many. So it's really hard for us to sneak around at night with effectively no night vision. We have 2 spaces of vision, and we have no skills to speak of. We've done a tiny bit of combat work and a tiny bit of tailoring and fab, and that's all we've accomplished so far. And we're about to hit mechanics 1. What did I do to get me to 96 mechanics? Did I do whatever I did. Not gonna worry about it. Oh, we have under the hood. That's what. I just didn't finish reading it. So yeah, so that's kind of our situation. So there's our nice basement, and you can see from the blood trails that we've had quite a few visitors in the evenings. We'll move some corpses over into the corner out of the way. I think there's a few more up there. Yeah. These all came wandering down, just totally randomly. Supposedly randomly. But it's an issue. It's an issue you run into with this kind of a situation. There's our gear. Nothing too spectacular, just our starting stuff. I subbed in leather pants and a trench coat. We got a backpack or two. One of them's damaged. Some minor medical items. And we don't have all the tools yet, so we're still missing the tools. But we got the hammer, the screwdriver, so of course that's pretty easy nowadays to get a hold of those. So the goal for this one is, unfortunately, as I predicted was going to happen with all of our interruptions during sleep, we got tired right as the sun went down. So now that I want to go out and about and doing things, now we're tired. So that's kind of annoying, but I knew exactly what was going to happen there, so not a surprise. What else? What else should we talk about? So our map, we started a little further north and have made our way south. So there was an LMOE up there. We did take a look at it before heading southward and then coming to the west. I was trying to find a spot for this challenge to make it interesting, you know. I was trying to find a spot near the commercial industrial area, but still within the residential. So I was trying to find a border area there. So we'd have not a long trip to get to the various types of buildings and that, and some variety. I didn't want to be buried way the hell up here in the middle of this block after block after block of residential area. So to make it spicy and exciting, we came southwest into town. And I've decided this is where we're going to stick for a little bit, unless I can get a good daytime visual look at a larger area. We're going to stick around here for a bit, so we'll see how much we can do. Okay, I think that's all I need to explain for now. Gets us back to what we were doing. Gear-wise, I think I am all set to do my running around. I don't have a lot of regular bandages, so we got to be a little careful there. Yeah, and I am upgraded to the most recent experimental as always, so we're now on build 11153, updated right before we went live. And I saw they've added some more acid stuff, because we didn't have enough acid stuff in the game, so they decided that more acid stuff is apparently better. So much acid nowadays. Pretty soon, with all this acid being added, I mean, we got so many different acid creatures now. You're just gonna have to go get yourself like a hazmat suit and just roll around in rubber boots and a hazmat suit and a gas mask, and that'll be everybody will be playing the same way with the same gear. It's just gonna be lakes of acid everywhere you look. So I assume they're going to be evolved versions, so hopefully we won't see any here in the immediate future. We could, with the way evolution works and the half-life system works. But yeah, we'll hope that we don't run into that kind of thing. Okay, so gear, map, story, caught up. Yeah, let's go ahead and get moving. So hopefully we don't die in the first 20 minutes of this episode. It's been known to happen, though. So pain, tiny bit of pain from our last fight. No other negatives to worry about. So, yeah. Let's pop upstairs and enjoy our 2 spaces of night vision. So we've got quite a view. We've got our map memory helping us out quite a bit. I'm not sure. How did I see all that way south? I'm not sure. I think I drove around in a circle is what I did. Yeah, I drove around and then came back north and then parked up here. So that's why I've got all this mapped in down here. So that helps me out just tremendously. I've talked about last episode, and I'll continue talking about strategies and tactics and so on, because I do intend this series to be kind of an aid for newer players and how to behave and what things to do. And I talked about my preference to always retreat or maneuver in areas I've mapped. It's super dangerous if you're in trouble and you're trying to maneuver and you're maneuvering into an unknown area. That's where you will usually get killed, because you're gonna find out you're in trouble, at which point you start to burn stamina to get out of trouble. Then you wander into an area you haven't mapped and you can't see, and you just keep bumping into additional problems until you run out of stamina and you die. Or the map just doesn't help you out as you unveil it. So I will almost always choose to retreat into a known mapped area. Even if I don't have vision, it's at least mapped so I know where the exit points are, the doors, the windows, the drain pipes, and so on. And I can make better decisions. When especially in the dark, when you're moving into an area you haven't explored yet, you're only going to get the immediate area around you, and it's just going to be a nightmare of unknown factors and of trouble. So when in doubt or when in trouble, I always prefer to maneuver back into areas I'm familiar with. All right, so that's the first tip of the evening for the newer folks. So the goal today or tonight, I'm trying to get over to this house. It's just been there's so many zombies. So many zombies. So this basketball court across the street has been feeding zombies regularly over to us. And our driving around also got some zombies kind of jumbled up. But as you can see, the house I want to get to right here, we have a downstairs and an upstairs. So it has a basement and it has a second floor. I would love to get set up on a second floor because I think zombies are much, much less likely to go up than they are to go down. And I haven't done it often enough for, you know, a large statistic sampling. But that's my feel in my previous plays where I was on an upper level, that it seems to be a heck of a lot less common for zombies to go upstairs than to go downstairs. So we'll see. But I'm going to try to work my way over there and see how that house looks. We've already gotten most of the gear that I care about out of these two neighboring houses, both to my east and to my west. There are still plenty of zombies around. I haven't been up to that one yet. So let's quietly try to make our way over to the east. We'll see just how often I get interrupted and chased and so on. And the fact that we're tired is not going to help. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do about the whole zombies visiting me while I'm trying to sleep or read problem. So I'm going to go the same route as before. We're going to go north first. Got across through the window. I'll switch to crouch mode. That'll cut down on the noise I make while I'm maneuvering. I'm going to go out and check our Humvee first, make sure it's still in good condition. It's also acting as a blocker for this window for me, so I can get in and out. So Humvee's still in good shape. I was really worried because when we first left it here and bailed, we had a whole crowd of zombies around it, and I was worried they would dismantle it, but we were able to get downstairs and get out of sight, and they apparently lost interest pretty quickly and wandered off. I think I am just going to keep going right out the side of the Humvee here. And not good. One zombie child in sight and somebody making noise to the north of me already. Ugh. And as before, you got to think ahead on what you're trying to do. If my plan is to use this as a base, I do not want to just run over there and lead all these zombies into the thing. So trying to lose contact with the zombies and not bring them back to areas that you're trying to keep secure is one of the key things you have to understand, and you have to be willing to risk yourself to try to maintain the security of your home spot. So if I just ran over there right now and let these guys chase me, they'd start making noise, more zombies would get involved, and they would just basically start shredding this place and making a big crowd, and that'd be terrible. Same thing if I'm trying to retreat back to my base and my hidey hole. I always try to make sure I lose my pursuit before I make the final transition here. So I'll go out of my way a fair distance to avoid leading things back to my base, because that'll cause big problems also. Why don't you add some spikes to the baseball bat? Because I have no skill whatsoever. So, let's see here. Components required to craft. C:bat. So, we've got a barbed wire bat, we've got a nail bat, and we've got a simple knife spear. So, we could do the nail bat. It would take just a little bit of time. So, I don't remember, what does it actually change? I think it just adds a small amount of pierce damage. So we got 22, 4 plus 3 at 112. I remember looking at this a long time ago. Yeah, it adds a small amount of pierce damage. Which 4 points of pierce damage is not really going to have much of an effect on anything. So damage is handled and is resisted separately. So 4 points, I mean, if they're bare-ass naked, you might get a point or two in, but it's just not that effective. I don't do things that don't have a benefit. I mean, you see a reason not to, I don't see a reason to. So, 4 points of pierce damage, like I said, might get 1 point through on occasion, but generally speaking, it's not going to do much. Alright, so far it's just these two. I'm going to keep walking around them. I don't think it adds much in the weight category. I didn't look that closely at all the different statistics. Ooh, shock zombie. Definitely don't want to deal with him. Let's try to go around the vehicle. Now we've added yet another guy. I don't start engaging and killing things. Then we're never going to clear these guys out. Alright, they're going to have no problem following my scent trail. Hey, leather backpack. I do like the leather backpack. It's my favorite backpack for the early game. Not gonna pick it up. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to work my way north into this house and look around, and if I lose pursuit or kill whatever's coming after me and it's clear, we'll kind of go to the interior and then come south and try to transition over to the house I'm actually trying to get to. So I want to keep this as clear as possible if I can. Let's go ahead and grab that backpack. Don't care. That's probably, I think, somebody coming in through that window there. Cooking oil. We'll grab the salmon, the fish, the veggies. I just want the easy stuff for now. Don't need these guys banging around and making a lot of noise, but I can't do much about it yet. Another good candle. Nine long strings. Sure, we'll grab 9 long strings. What else we got? Butter. That's good calorie value with butter. Alright, eat the bacon right here in place, and a rotten milkshake, huh? We're satisfied and turgid, we're fine. Leather chaps, runner pack, tuxedo, unitard. Still not quite in the let's collect a bunch of leather mode yet. I think I've already got a soldering iron. Seems like we have successfully lost our initial pursuers. Whoops, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, crap. What do you think the likelihood is that that is an inhabitant? I gotta assume that started in this house and there's gonna be more. So, Takes huge cockroaches very, very seriously. Early game, when you don't have any kind of protection value and no real skills, these things are tough. They are tough. They're harder and have a higher difficulty ranking than standard zombies do. So be very cautious around these things because they can and will kill you. Alright, I'm not going to take a chance here. We're going to run mode. Need to make sure I get this door closed. They are animals, so they can't open doors, break windows, or things like that. I'm going to try to transition down to that other window. Hoping to get a look inside there. But mostly I just want to see if I can make it to that other house cleanly. Let's see. There's a back door, but let's try that window. Oh, I don't have a crowbar yet. Oh, I didn't bring my axe. Damn it. I should have brought the axe. That's right. Should have swapped the axe for the baseball bat since I was coming to a new spot. So, I could come all the way south and go in through the open window. We're going to try it and hope that we don't meet anything on that trip. I'd rather get in cleanly if I can. Another axe? Nope. Ah, Rottweiler. Damn it. Bad dog. I think behind me is fairly clear, so I'm going to try to back him up away from other zombies that might be down here that I haven't seen yet. Because the fighting's going to make some noise, so I'm going to try to bring him back a bit and then fight him up here, because I think it's clear behind me. I'm hoping it is anyway. Oh, really? You're gonna hit that log? Or that tree trunk? Oh, I should have stayed where I was. 8 damage, not enough. Here's another hit. Alright. Get our stamina back before we keep moving. Super, super, super important. Can't stress enough. Especially when you creep around in the dark like this with no real night vision and no real skills. Make sure you take every opportunity to refresh your stamina. Ooh. That's not a good position for that guy. I don't suppose you'll do me the favor of moving somewhere else a little bit further away, Zapper Zombie. Keep going that direction. That's a good direction. Okay, dried rice, peanut butter. We can hold off on all that kind of stuff. Open up a couple of windows. Whoops, crap. I think they heard me. Computer Science 301. Boyer's Buddy and a baseball helmet. So baseball helmets are pretty cool. 95% coverage for 996 protection. What am I rocking right now? The hard hat? There's only 80% coverage at 888. So we're going to go ahead and ditch the hard hat. We'll throw on the baseball helmet. Don't care about any of those. Let's check the basement first. Damn it! Oh, man. How many zombies is it going to be? It had to be a zombie kid first. And that thing might hear me when we start fighting. Good job, zombie child. You're awful damn quick. Further up into the house, please. Don't bang on things, damn it. Not good. So I moved to the middle of the house, again, tactically, to keep them coming at me one-on-one, but also for the sound. So the combat is making noise, 8 sound. That 8 sound is mostly staying contained within the house. So if I had fought here, then the chances something outside, like that electrical zombie, would be a lot higher, because the sound would travel out this way onto the sidewalk. So I purposely pulled back to an area that I knew was clear, or had been clear shortly before. Wasn't likely to have any zombies near me, so that I could fight here in the center of the house, and hopefully not draw any more zombies to me. So a lot of this kind of survival in a mega city at night with no skills and abilities and such, it's these kinds of decisions that are going to keep you alive longer. So think ahead, try to plan for things like the noise you're making, and travel paths, and pick your times when you're going to fight, and use your hit points as an actual tactical tool, because that's what it is. I mean, don't be afraid to take hits if it furthers your goals and gets you something. So you can heal a certain amount per day, so there's no reason not to actually use that hit point pool each day. So, I mean, if you can heal 20 hit points a day, then use those 20 hit points tactically. Know that if all you have to do is go to sleep to get that hit point pool back to full again, then take whatever chances you can within that margin, or whatever margin you decide to set, and use that hit point pool as an opportunity resource. Alright, I'm not sure if anything else is coming. Let's go ahead and try to throw on a few bandages. Looks like nothing else is coming. So, we took a few nibbles, but nothing too bad. Pulp these guys up, check their gear. Not seeing anything I care too much about there. I'm going to wait right here in the middle of the building for a little bit. Once again, I'm just making sure nothing else is in the house that heard the fight. Give things a chance to settle down. Get my my scent cloud reined in here to the center of the building, and so on. So I'm actually going to wait here for a bit, especially just to get my stamina back. And, uh-oh. Mega biscuit for Zombie Dog. Where you at, Zombie Dog? Hey, Zombie Dog, where you at? You want a treat? He may or may not show up here in a minute. I think he's downstairs enjoying the cool kitchen floor. I'll make sure he gets his biscuit whenever he shows up. Okay. Oh, crap. Zapper Zombie is now here. We could take care of the Zapper Zombie. There are ways to do it. So we're using a weapon that is non-conductive. So striking the Zapper Zombie ourselves is not going to shock us. If you strike a zombie with your bare hands or with a metal weapon, something that conducts electricity, then your attacking them will actually hurt you. You'll shock yourself when you do that. Which is bad all the way around, and it also stuns and makes you easier to hit for their round and all that kind of stuff. But then when he hits me, I also have a chance of getting shocked. So it's bad all the way around, but I need to get rid of this guy. I could try to lead him out of the building, but given how many zombies are in the area, that could also lead to a whole bunch of problems. I might try to pull him north and get him on this terrain up here where I can kind of go around it and just smack him with the bat each time he steps on the rough terrain. That's my other potential. Or I could do the same thing over here with the couch. So I'm not sure how I want to go about that. Our hit points are pretty good at the moment, and I want to keep them that way. I don't want him to be a surprise when I come up or down the stairs and have him sitting right next to me. So I'd rather deal with him probably now. I don't have any range damage I can use on him. No, he doesn't do any ranged electrical damage. He's hand-to-hand only. And he doesn't have a super amount of hit points. I mean, he's a basic zombie with just an electrical melee attack. So it should only take me a few whacks to drop him. It's just a matter of I could get unlucky with the the timing of the movements and the action points and so on, where he gets to move and attack me, for example, if I'm not really careful. Let's try to get rid of him. This is a good tactical example and situation to talk about or to kind of demonstrate for newer players. So, as I described, it's a standard zombie. It's just, oh, he's almost dead. Look at that. His hit points are right at this bottom. So all I got to do is hit him once and he's going to go down. So he apparently has been killed previously and he got back up again. He got revived because he wasn't pulped or butchered or anything. So I only need to land a single blow on him. So I still want to use rough terrain to my advantage. It's possible... No, the safest thing is to go north, bring him north into these chairs, and then whack him. So that's what we're going to do. So checking zombies' hit points, very important. Sometimes I forget. So let's move north. Hope there's nothing else going on up here. Uh-oh, I think he followed me around. He must be chasing my scent cloud. Yep, he's chasing my scent cloud. And now the zombie child is also on the way. Zombie child's at 2 health. I might be able to kill that in one swing. We'll see who arrives first. Oh, they're going to arrive at the same instant and annoy me. I'm going to back off to here. I really don't appreciate you smashing the glass, zombie child. Oh, god damn it. So that didn't go so well. Multiple misses on the zombie child. So that's what I expected. They're not hard to hit. They don't have any special abilities. The zombie child is still going to be a pain in my ass, though. So let's try to get the child up on the rough terrain. Alright. Hopefully the noise didn't attract anybody else. Somebody else did get attracted. Stop breaking windows! It makes too much noise! I don't think that's the one that was making the noise, either. Eh, maybe it was. Alright, well, we got rid of a few more. Stop running. Stand in the middle of the house. Another thing I liked about this position, by the way, is I've got multiple retreat paths. I can go out the door, I can go north, I can go southwest. I got directions I can go. So, it's the other consideration about this spot right here. We have a little bit of a lag spike, did we? Alright, we're still in okay shape. I'm a little concerned. I don't like going below a bar of health. So if that leg takes any more damage, we might be forced to head back to base, unfortunately. Which is a dicey proposition on its own. Unfortunately, these guys are going to be full strength. Do run mode just to get out of... Make sure we're out of reach. We're gonna do the same thing as last time. Back up. I'm gonna pull them all the way back up to the helpful terrain. Uh-oh. Come on. Alright, we managed to finish him without taking any damage. Don't care. So, I was moving tactically there if you've just joined and you haven't seen previous times when I've talked about this, but I'm maneuvering because I know I have a clear area, so I'm using the terrain to my advantage. Zombies are dumb, they'll always try to come directly at you, mostly. They do occasionally make weird moves, but for the most part, they'll come directly at you. So you try to position yourself on the other side of terrain that's considered rough, and you know the rough terrain from normal, because like this spot here, when I point at it in the upper right, it shows you that it's a house floor, coverage 0, smashable flat, and move cost 100. Costs them 150 to move on to that, 200 to move on to that. Windowsills are like 200 or 250. So what that means is when the zombie moves into that space, it costs them extra movement or action points, which means they're not going to get an attack on you that same round generally. And you can sometimes, because of the amount they had to pay, get 2 rounds of actions or hits in. So it allows you to do hit and run tactics, basically. It's kind of like kiting with a ranged weapon, but you're doing it in melee by using the terrain to your advantage. Now, they only pay that additional cost the first time they step on it. So being on it further doesn't cost additional move cost. It's just stepping into the space costs the movement. So you hit them, then you relocate. You hit them, you relocate. And you keep forcing them to step into the terrain to their disadvantage and your advantage. Let's try the basement again. I want to get it cleared so we can potentially use it as a base. Oh man, this is the workout basement. I think this one usually has cockroaches. Dare I turn the light on? I don't think I'm going to turn the light on. Let's walk around it without the light first. Ooh. Acetylene lamp. I hate acetylene lamps. Baseball. A holy symbol. We got at least one more in here with us. Yeah, this is not going to be a fun basement. We've already pulled 3 or 4 out of here, and now we're looking at least another 4. 3 I can see, and at least 1, I believe, further back over here. Not sure if this is also... These sound indicators are not always exactly accurate, so... Yeah, this is not good, and these guys are all full strength. Crappity crap. It's going to take me a lot of hits to kill things like that fireman and the tough zombie. We could undergo quite a few problems and pieces of damage ourselves if they come up the stairs after me. And they did. See how many of them do. Let's use... I'm going to use the sofa again. Actually, no, I'm going to go right, because if there's more than one, I might need to do some maneuvering. I'd rather be able to go out a window or back down the south hallway. So let's go this way. Whoops. I spaced that one wrong. Couple of crits, 18 damage, but as you can see, he's still up and strong. I will keep going. Gotta be careful on my stamina here. Uh-oh, we got a grab in. We broke it. Ah, should have been on that space. Ooh, we actually got a knockback. We stunned him and knocked him back. We're gonna wait for him to advance again. And he got another grab off. He's down to 1 bar. I think I'm gonna stand and swing now, and we're just gonna hope we finish him before he gets a hit off. Nope. And we didn't drop him then either. Alright, so that's one of the tough ones we saw. Let's get some aspirin going. I might go upstairs next. What else came up after me? Let's go upstairs. I almost never see zombies upstairs. Book of Dances, that'll be dodge 1, I believe. Not gonna pry things at the moment. A lot of locked books. So what? E. Scott's Book of Tailoring. I'm not sure I want to take these or leave them here since I might be trying to move over here. Everybody's got their closets locked for some reason. Dang it. I'm going to have to go get the fire axe just to get into these upper rooms. Alright, all the other doors are locked at the moment, so we don't have a lot of space up here, not a lot of gear. We do have a window roof we can step out on. Not going to smash my way into that. The danger here is if something does come up the stairs after me, I don't have a lot of good choices. I got narrow hallways, small constrained rooms, and I'd have to drop down from an upper floor onto the ground directly. I don't have access to drain pipes up here, and even drain pipes I might fall off of, depending on the formula used and my stats and lack of abilities. So we might end up sticking in that other basement for now, or this one, depending on how it looks. If I can get it cleared. I'm not sure it's worth clearing now if I'm not going to use this upper floor. What uses industrial ID cards? It's the irradiation plant. The only thing that it's used in that I'm aware of. Gets you access through the doors into the irradiation plant, which is a fairly rare building of its own. I haven't actually seen one in a while. Hopefully it's not one of those map gen things that have gotten bugged and don't show up anymore. But that's the only building I'm aware of where you can use the industrial card. Alright, so... Yeah, this doesn't get me much, unfortunately. I'm not a fan of where these stairs are located either, being right on the outer edge of the building, and I could get trapped in this hallway pretty easily. Yeah, I think I'm going to give up on using this building. I just don't like the way it's set up. So if we find another one that's more to my liking, we might take advantage of it. Yeah, there are labs under prisons. It's randomized. May or may not have one. Alright, so we've gotten some books, some minor items, and a little bit of damage so far. And like I said, I'm not liking the looks of this particular building at this point. I think... And I didn't like that there was a cockroach here. So, it's either keep creeping around, trying to get to the other nearby buildings. I haven't been up into that one yet either. Or that one, which is kind of catty corner from where we're at now. But I think that's the next step. Let's try to get back across. Oh, we got an up and down stairs here as well. The big old pool. Oh, this is one of those that occupies 2 spaces. Both of these are going to be that one house. Or both of these, that is. We haven't made it over to the library yet either. Maybe I should make a run for the library. We're not really settled, though. I don't have a lot of food in that basement. I don't have lighting solutions figured out yet. Other than finding more candles, all that kind of stuff, so... Alright, yeah, let's try to make our way back over. We'll drop off the gear and then reconfigure our expectations here. Alright, ideally, I'm going to try to get over to my vehicle, or the Humvee, quietly. I'm actually going to wait here. So... As I've talked about, I don't want to lead things to my base, so I just cross the street. There could be zombies that were just north or south of me that catch my scent trail and start following me. So I'm actually going to wait here. Yep. That's exactly why. Partly damaged fat zombie. Let's bring you... I could fight him in the vehicle. Then we would be equal cost on movement other than the very first swing. These guys are hit point sponges, so they take a lot of damage. I don't want to bring them into the vehicle. I'm going to bring them up to the kitchen area, I think. So there's the 2 hits. I'm going to move southwest, which will be cheaper for me. He'll have to move on to the or I'm going to move directly south. He'll have to move on to the cabinet, which is more expensive. Or the oven. Ah, we missed. We got bashing weapons of 2. Damn it. I was really hoping we would finish him off. Alright, so we took another hit. That's alright, though. Let's grab another gallon jug while we're here. And some detergent. No space. That's fine. I'm not in a hurry to get that leather backpack going anyway. Seems clear. So, like I said, I like this one better. I got multiple directions I can travel. The stairs are more centralized. Location inside the house. And we got a fairly open basement that I can maneuver around in with some terrain I can use to help me when I fight. So, much prefer this spot right now. Keep the battery. Dump the gallon jug. Keep the books for just a moment. And dump all the food. Just going to evaluate the books real quick. And we've already got a visitor. I really, really, really hate this whole process, the way they use these stairs. And the non-stop interruptions we end up getting. Ugh. Have I mentioned how much I hate zombie children? I so hate zombie children. They're just so ridiculously deadly compared to regular zombies. Especially when your base is across from a park where there's like 80 of these things. So quick and dodgy. Even with a +3 weapon, I'm having a hard time. And we're up to, what are our melee up to now? We're up to Bash 2. Halfway to Melee 2. Not to mention, they all have like 4 foot long razor-tipped claws for some reason. Every single hit. Every single hit. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. It's just so annoying. Oh, man. So much for not having a problem there. Alright, let's try not to get too much blood loss. See if another zombie child teleports downstairs while we're putting bandages on. So every time I try to do any reading, we get teleporting zombies that come downstairs. They don't obey the same movement rules that players do and how they maneuver up and down Z levels. So we get some pretty rude behavior quite often. Alright, so there's our list. Unarmed. I'm going to switch to back to the axe, I think, because I need it when I'm creeping around houses to occasionally pry open doors and windows. Don't really care about electronics. We got So What, so we can get our tailoring up to 3, which is nice. Whoa! Book of Dances is dodge 3. I was totally wrong. I thought Book of Dances was just dodge 1. That's really powerful. That's a good book there. And then we've also got Friendly Humane Fashion. That'll take our tailoring to 5, if I remember right. We got a bunch of fab books. I can craft my way to 3, I believe, with fairly easy materials, usually. And then we can take it higher than 5 pretty simply. Book of Tailoring also. So we should be able to get to Tailoring 2. So we've got Tailoring and Fab already covered pretty well. That's pretty good. Dodge the 3 will be super helpful. This is all presuming I can, you know, keep the infinite stream of zombies from visiting me in the basement as I sit in the corner with my candle and read my book out loud. I'm known for shouting out loud while I read. I can't apparently read silently. I have to shout at the top of my lungs, which then brings zombies down into the basement. That's the explanation that I assume answers why we just get a non-stop parade of zombies down here. Alright, cell phone off. Nah, there's there must be another book that goes Dodge 1 that I'm forgetting the name of. I thought it was the dancing one, but there's at least one other book, and I know there's a Dodge 1 book. That's the one. Break a leg? Yeah, that sounds right. So, I was just misremembering which book. Oh, man. Now, like I said, we're getting into territory of damage that I'm a little uncomfortable with. I gotta be really cautious, especially for legs. Because when you hit certain levels, your movement cost goes up. So we're at 111 now, so we've got less points to spend, and the points are costing me more for movement. So it's we're getting hit from both ends of the equation. So that's where you got to be really cautious, is these numbers here. So this is your speed rating, is how many action points or movement points you get to spend each round. So I'm getting 92 per round to spend. But walking a single space is costing me 111. So as this goes down and this goes up, you get double dipped basically, because you have less points to spend and they're costing you more to move a space. So you basically get slower and slower on both ends. I don't have any other painkillers yet, so we'll just smash down another aspirin. I don't want to slap bandages on until I'm about to settle down. Not even an hour has gone by yet. Man, how am I gonna keep doing this? If I keep getting visited at night, it's gonna be a no-go. It's gonna be we can't deal with this situation. Pop back upstairs. Hey there, zombie child. Yet another one. Oh, I forgot the axe again. The problem is the the bat is better for fighting against the kids, but I need the axe for just general ability to move, because it's got the pry ability. So if I need to go in a window or a door, then I need the axe with me. But I can't carry them both together because of the length requirements and my limitation on backpacks and such. So this is an example of what annoys me, is I could stand up here in this spot for hours and I probably wouldn't see a single zombie. As soon as I go downstairs and start reading with a candle, all of a sudden every 10 minutes a zombie teleports down the stairs and decides to mess with me. That's what annoys me, is that kind of stuff. So, alright, let's try to go... I'm going to try to go up here first, I think. So we'll go out the window like we did before, but I'm going to go into this building and then out this way. Try to avoid a direct trail. And a problematic retreat path. And again, I keep forgetting to go get my axe. Leave the bat right there so I remember it. Fire axe. Alright, hopefully we don't meet any kids, because now we've lost our +3 to hit. It's gonna be really, really ugly if I have to swing this axe at children zombies. Well, that was quick. Let's back off. Lead him up this way to the fence line. And then he got a grab on me. Damn grabby zombies! Not where I wanted you. Dude, you're being a real bum about it. Cell phone camera, some V8. Go ahead and have the V8. 500 calories? Tortilla chips are 500 calories and +8 joy? Really? That is a mess of tortilla chips. Alright, we'll take those with us. We'll save those. I had no idea tortilla chips are so good. Ooh, 99 candle. Flashlight with a really good battery. Don't care about the rest, but we'll keep picking up string. Alright, what else we got? Apple cider, cheese, hard cheese, microwave burritos. Yogurt's really good. Alright, let's go ahead and... What am I at? I'm hydrated. Guess we don't really need all this stuff right now anyway. A couple pairs. Another basement. Hard arm guards. Just go into the garage, backyard. Hold off on checking the basement quite yet. Let's finish the rest of the house. Give me some soap. Sleeveless leather duster. Alright, that I'm going to go ahead and chop up. 23 leather patches. Don't want to wait and pass that one up. More candles. Antibiotics. Cool. Codeine. Score. So we got painkiller and we got full strength regular antibiotics. Not the good stuff. It's really, really hard to find Destragon though. Really hard. Man, that stuff's rare. Let's go ahead and take some cough syrup just in case we pick up a cold or the flu. And one more soap bar. Yeah, codeine is much more common. Man, I griped and griped and griped. Griped about the lack of painkillers in supposedly the average U.S. American household. I found that particularly funny. So it's good to see the some of the milder painkillers are there instead of just aspirin and some of the other weird medicines. Alright, so this house is done except for the basement. Now that we've finished everything else, go ahead and peek down there. There's a zombie in the way. You gonna come up, Mr. Zombie? All the basements in the area are full of zombies, huh?